The one that did the worst was that they charged back 6 months of work a year later, and they charged back the transactions of the ads that we spent money on, which triggered Facebook and got back to me, and they blamed me. So Facebook was then going to charge me like $20,000 on top of that. So what I did was, I did with any entrepreneur with a brain would do, is I called my lawyer and I went, so how nasty of a letter can you write to someone about what they just did with chargebacks and all that? So I gave him the freedom to write the nastiest legal letter he possibly could. And then I told him to include in the letter that I have no problem fighting the guy in court for a year, because I know he can't afford it. I know that if I fought him for a year, he would actually go bankrupt. So I told him, put something in there about how we're prepared to fight for a year, and that the amount that we're willing to put up for the fight is over $200,000. Even though I didn't want to spend that, I was like, just put it in there, just to see what would happen. Not only did the letter get all those charges reversed back, where it's like it didn't get taken out of my account, I got my money back. But then I sent that same letter to Facebook saying, this is the person that's screwing you over, and they actually went after the guy. So they didn't come after me anymore. But that was a nice 2-month exchange of legal letters, phone calls, not phone calls by me. I had legal counsel call the guy directly and be like, you want to really scare the shit out of this guy? Go call him. You call him and be like, hey, I'm the lawyer of so-and-so. We need to have a discussion, and just see what would happen. And man,
it worked.
You want to talk about somebody being, everyone's a keyboard warrior, right? Everyone's a gangsta when no one's in front of them talking back. Let me send you a lawyer who's on a massive retainer, who has no problem going after you and your family if you keep this up, because they have no emotional attachment to you. Their emotional attachment is to me. And lawyers are cutthroat. They will go after everything if you keep that shit up. So I let him do his thing, and I was like, I don't care how mafia-esque you want to go. Just do whatever you want. Say whatever you want. I don't care. That's why I'm paying you, right? Just go do whatever. By the time it was all said and done, all the charges were reversed. Everything was fine. I got my name clean. But dude, I've had some nasty exchanges, and I've had some people who are just like, you know what, man, this isn't working. And it's all over the spectrum. It's how you handle it. You want to get nasty, I can get nasty too. I'm Latin. I could yell and scream all day. You're never gonna win. Because my whole thing is, I was taught to keep yelling until I'm so loud you don't want to talk anymore. Like, you're just gone. You're done. So, even if I'm wrong, I'll just keep yelling, because at some point you're gonna quit. So that's how I am in business. Like, oh, you want to get loud? I can get loud. I also run ads for a living. I can make things loud. It's not difficult to make things appear loud. So, if you want to fight, you could fight. That's business, man. You hear about big time CEOs getting sued for the most petty stuff ever. Kanye gets sued every week for something. It's like this is a part of their life. And the bigger you get, the crazier the problems become. But you also become more prepared for these things. So the more that I've spent for people, the crazier the stories become. The bigger the companies I work with, the bigger the problems become. It's just a part of the deal.